Hello, I am Martin Fencka and welcome to another part of Let's Play Thea, the Awakening Return of the Giants. In the previous part, we managed to get through like two more steps of the Cosmic Tree quest line, and this part we're gonna start with another part. Here we want to talk to these guys who spawned after we got all the pieces for the elf who is waiting for us next to our village. So we talk to these guys, then we head back, give those shards to the elf, and after that we'll have just the last step of this quest. But I don't want to finish the quest yet, because once we do that, the Return of the Giants quest line started pretty soon. I would like to prepare for that better, because the difficulty of that quest line is it's just completely different than anything we have seen so far. Those giants are so incredibly strong that I really want to get much better gear before we start the quest. What I want to do is at least finish the King's quest and check this place to see. I don't remember what this belongs to which quest, but I want to check it out. And while we are here, we can explore another part of the map. There are some crypts, ruins, so maybe you get lucky also with random events. We could get some more like dragon bone, maybe moonstone, stuff like that, and just make some better weapons. Also, we'll get some more research points. I'm still not sure what we're gonna invest into. It depends also which materials we get. We probably won't gather anything anymore. It's just too slow. So I'll just try to fight as much as possible, and hopefully we get some nice stuff from that, and we'll be able to craft better weapons. I don't know if you're gonna try to craft armor, because so far we are quite lucky with what we have found. And also, when it comes to giants, the armor really doesn't matter that much. When you have a giant who is doing 180 blunt damage, no matter what armor you have, like he kills two people every time. So maybe we just go like glass cannons, get as much damage as possible, and in the toughest fights where we won't be able to avoid it, we just sacrifice some people. Uh, like the final quest line, the quest line of the Return of the Giants is really hard, and yeah, I'll try to prepare for it. Well, I'm not sure that we can do anything else than just get better weapons, so that's what I'm gonna try to do. But it's still a while, so let's just focus on what we can do right now, and that's talking to this group. Oh, we can't get to them yet. Okay, so I'll just get closer. There was something on that tile. Okay, so I'll just get rid of it, and we're gonna talk to them the next turn. By the way, are we crafting anything? I didn't check the village before I started recording. That was a mistake. We are still working on one axe. That's good enough for now. So let's end the turn.
You discover the ruins of some great old city.
Oh, really?
Whoever resided in these walls is long gone, yet many buildings still stand tall and proud. But the marvelous city was not abandoned by mere folly. You feel the towering presence of the darkness within its old walls. As you observe the city, you see waves of the black mist washing through the old streets and empty houses, as if looking for any remaining life to drain.
Okay, I don't believe that we can handle a hex challenge or 3-skull hex challenge. So let's just
you enter the city,
go with the sneak option, and I'm gonna do this manually because this is the true 3-skull sneak challenge against 7 cards. And we have quite a lot of people, but many of them can't really do too much damage. It's probably better to do this manually. Wow, 23 counter tactics, really? But I'd rather start with counter offense. So that's 1. And it's 2. Okay, so So only 3 cards on the board. Who can survive 16 damage? You can survive a lot more than just 16. Can you survive 32? 26. Do we have shield ally? We do. So we could do this with just 1 shield. With 36 hit points. Survive all the hits. 5. You have 12. That's not quite enough. Probably doesn't matter how we do this. Can we support it ally? So let's count. This is 17, we need 19. Someone with 2 damage, that's you. Next, we have 4 and we need 23. No, that's not enough. I'll just play all the cards that we have and we do this in like 2 rounds. Okay, counter offense. Here is one, and counter tactics. That's a one shot, so we just can play all the cards. Don't have to worry about the damage. Come on. That wasn't that hard.
You sneak in, and so far the dark mist has not found you. You scour several buildings and find nothing of use, but then you spot what could have been the old inn. Inside, you make your way to the storage room and find an abundance of resources, some destroyed and rotten, but some surprisingly fresh.
The coal isn't bad. Could use that as a catalyst. Obsidian, well, I don't know. I don't really like obsidian, but worst case scenario, we could use that as secondary material. Okay, and let's
you catch
talk
up to the
these
people
guys.
that were spying on you, and they turn out to be a mixed group, made out of orcs, goblins, and humans, but also with a few creatures that look more like demons than anything else.
Okay,
An orc
let's go
woman
closer.
walks up to meet you. Her weapon is not drawn, but you do see she's very tense around you.
Hi there, I noticed you were watching us earlier, back in the ruined city.
Well, it's not exactly spying when we stand there in the open now, is it? Obviously, we wanted your attention. One of her people coughs loudly. Sorry, I get a bit narky when I'm nervous. The name's Tilda, and back there you have my rather unique tribe. We were watching your progress in regards to the cosmic tree seed.
How do you know about that?
Well, what you're doing is the big stuff, and word gets around, especially if you know where to listen. Our forest kinsfolk heard the ruckus you caused in the old mad Leashy's Grove, and then we've been watching this here place for a time, and here you are.
You still haven't told me why. What's your interest here?
I'm not a talker, so I'll try to be brief and to the point. You spoke to the elf, we know that. Perhaps you spoke to the elderly human in the tower. So you know that one way or another, you humans devised or caused the burning of the cosmic tree?
Yes, that seems to be the consensus. We can as well tell her that we know about it.
Yeah. I don't really care which version is true, but I do care that the tree remains as it is now.
There are humans, orcs, and goblins. So let's go with the other option. As expected, the creatures of darkness wanting the evil to stay. Let's be the good guys.
It would be easy to say that because we were made to serve the Dark Lords of the Westerlands. We now seek some evil dominion, but it is not so. We are not evil, at least no more so than any creature trying to live and survive. Do you know how many millions of lives will be lost if you were to destroy the cosmic tree? Or even if you regrow it, we will be hunted, picked on, and killed off, just like always. We do not seek to murder or enslave, or take power, just to live in peace.
Nice words, but you just said you want the darkness to remain, right?
Yes, I did. But not because it is evil. It is not. Well, okay, it has evil side effects, I grant you that. We've all struggled during the 100 years. We've all been close to extinction. But finally, we managed to create a balance of sorts. The sun is back, but not in its full strength. The tree is alive, sort of, so we have magic. And thus, we live on, but in a new world.
You say managed to achieve a balance?
Yes, it was us, the so-called creatures of darkness, that saved the last seed of the tree. In doing so, we saved ourselves and all that is magical. Yet we do not have to give power back to the elves and high lords and ladies who forever seek to dominate us. In this grey area, we are finally free.
So, if you have the seed, why worry about me? Surely you don't think I can defeat you all to get it.
We do not underestimate the drive and power humans hold. We've watched your progress, and we know you could try. But that is not our worry. Alas, the seed proved to have a mind of its own, as it were. It disappeared from our charge as fast as it first came into our possession. We know not where it is now. I think only the Guardians can now find it, and I know you have been marked by one.
So, what of it?
Despite what you may think of us, we will not kill you to try and stop you. Not only are we not murderers, but we believe it would do us no good. The elves will seek out another. No, we want you to join us, to find the seed and to keep it safe with you. You see, humans are the most adaptable among all of us. Sure, you will need to adjust. Life without much sun will not be easy, but together we can build something stronger. Without the elves, but with magic.
Okay, so we can basically join the dark side here. But at least this time, I want to go with the good side. And well, we have some elves with us after all, and they were so kind and joined us, 3 of them. So let's help them. No, I will not join you in darkness. I'll just refuse it immediately.
We are sorry to hear of your choice, but we will respect it. Perhaps you will change your mind yet.
Right, well, perhaps bye. Okay, so we avoided the fight. I was thinking for a second about just fighting them, but I said like a minute earlier that I want to be a good guy, so just killing them it didn't seem right, and also I didn't want to fight like orc army for a skull. That's always really dangerous. So this was probably a good option, and now we get back. Oh, damn it. Is there some undead? So let's go with tactics. We can auto resolve this one. Got one enchanted bone. I just want to get back as soon as possible. Okay, now we have to um, think about what we're gonna produce. We could maybe try one-handed axes. Just to figure out what we're gonna use for that. Hmm, gold and wood. 12 watt. I mean 12 2 is not amazing, but it gives quite a few research points for materials that we basically don't need for anything else. This could be a recipe that could give us a ton of research points. We can always just switch the gold for something else like steel. We don't have it anymore. We have a ton of bones. This is still 12 research points. Yeah, let's go with this. Every time we don't have anything useful to craft, we'll just craft Monster Menace.
The night is quiet and calm, but suddenly the ground shakes beneath your feet without any warning.
Again and again and again.
You feel the grumbling of the earth and you fear...
Okay, physical challenge. That really shouldn't be a problem. So, actually, if it's in the village, I'm not sure now. Yeah, of course it's in the village, so maybe it's better to do it this way. We can counter offense. It's probably a good idea. Counter tactics. That wouldn't. Oh, it would work. Oh, come on. And this would be a good card to get rid of. But well, too late for that. Who's gonna be the lucky person and protect us? You have 22, 34 hit points. We'll take 33 damage. That's actually good. We shouldn't lose anyone like this. So this is 7. This is probably the best we can do. Oh, really? He died? Yeah, never do the math on camera. But we are fine, we can counter offense again. 18. We can't do 18 on the first round, but we can shield ally again. I can't believe that I made a mistake on the first round and it wasn't enough. Probably missed something like the leech or something like that. I'm just blind. Okay.
There is a series of distant thuds and groans.
And we have Blessing of Will for a while. Not the most useful thing, but well, it's just good that we didn't fail the challenge.
Searching through the area, you discover a skeleton propped up against a rock. The poor fella seems to have all his belongings with him, and there is no sign of a struggle, so it's unclear what killed him.
Okay, so let's examine the bones carefully.
You discover a slight discoloration around the person's teeth and his nails. Your medic knows that these are the signs of the red sickness, a relatively common but sometimes dangerous affliction, especially to the weak. The good doctor knows how to search the body without touching the infected parts.
Okay, so let's take everything we can.
You find a simple weapon, clothes, some basic supplies, a single key, and a letter written on an old parchment.
Nothing interesting on the body, but we want to read the letter carefully, of course.
Dear Alma, I was hoping to make it to the hamlet of Zoria's Star, as I heard you found safety there. But alas, I was attacked by some rats on my way. These overgrown beasties were no real threat, but one bugger bit me on my shin. I fear I will not make it through the night. I already feel the taste of clay in my mouth, and I saw the red tint on my nails. The red sickness has its heavy hold on me now. I shall pass through the gates under the cosmic tree very soon. If fate will have it that you seek me out and find this unfortunate sight, please find a key on my neck. The key opens a chest that is hidden away in a cave nearby. I marked it on this letter. But beware, it was in the cave that these damned rats got me. My strength fails me, my love. Tell the chaplain I found only ashes where the cosmic tree stood, but tales of its seeds have reached my ears, so not all hope is lost. I have failed my mission, but perhaps others will not. The sun will rise again in Svarog's glory. Yours, Myslivod the Truth Seeker. Dated 75 years after the fall of the darkness.
Okay, so we just check the place, leave this body, and it's along the way, perfect. The reason why I'm so interested in all these quests is that there's a good chance to get like the high tier materials as a reward for finishing them. So hopefully at least one of these quests will give us something. I'm really hoping for Dragon Bones. And yeah, Moonstone would be nice as well. I don't believe that I get that. It's so rare.
You follow the instructions on the letter. and you discover an old cave that stands hidden from the path. From the tracks, you see that it is clearly not unoccupied. This cave is home to some grisly-looking bears. You cannot be sure if the chest still lies within the cave, but the place itself is definitely the one described in the letter. Guess the rats didn't stick around for 3 decades.
Okay, so let's kill the bear, or 4 bear actually. Gonna do this manually. Can we discard them? I think counter offense 5 should be enough. Who has counter tactics and doesn't have piercing damage? No one. Okay. $26. That shouldn't be a problem.
You killed the bears, and the cave lies open for your exploration. Within its darkened walls, you discover a pile of stones laid neatly in the center, just like Miss Livod said. And underneath, you find a huge, heavy oaken chest, securely locked.
This one was too easy. I still hope that we get something interesting, but I kinda doubt that. So let's try it. Use the key.
You open the chest and discover various samples of wood inside, as well as some precious stones. At the bottom, you also discover a set of pristine armor.
Precious stones? Unless the sandstone is a precious stone. Someone is wrong with the description, but it's fine. The giant wood, we actually don't have that, so why not? But I'm really interested in chainmail armor with a good quality and armor 31. It's not that heavy even. That's another really good chest piece that we can use. And again, I'm more and more convinced that researching armors would be a waste of time, because we are real lucky with finding them. We got some incredibly strong armor. Do you have Blessing of Strength? You do. What about our elves? What about our witch doctor, orc witch? She doesn't have any armor yet. And do you have Blessing of Strength? I doubt it. Orcs are usually naturally strong, so she can wear this without the blessing. It's one of the characters who probably deserves some extra protection. She has really nice magic, folklore. Those are stats that we're gonna need, and it's actually for the first time that I managed to get an orc witch in the game. So let's make sure she doesn't die. Maybe do we have some better weapon for her? I didn't realize that she still has this crappy axe. Nope. I have to remember it and give her something better in the village. Okay, so let's deliver those shards.
You find your way back to the elven guardian, Alicia, and discover him sitting on a rock, meditating. He still looks very weak, but as you walk towards him, he wakes and looks at you. So you have what we need?
Yes, but we have some questions for you.
Later. Let us make the compass while I have the strength.
Okay.
Alicia stretches out his arms for you to hand him the shards. When you do, he closes them in his palms and begins to sing. You do not understand the language, but his voice is soft as a whisper on the wind. Each word feels like a flower petal gently caressing your skin, and the melody carries in the air like a sweet smell of home-baked cakes or your mother's smile. When the song stops, you feel your souls lifted with joy, and you see a silver acorn in Alicia's hands. The acorn has a blue light on its top, and it points in one direction wherever you move it.
Okay, so this is it. This will lead us to the seed.
The elf speaks, but you can barely hear him. His body has become almost transparent. Yes, this will lead you. I would go myself, but you see how much strength this has cost me, so it is up to you now. Beware. Now that the compass is made, I feel a great power resides in the direction it points to. Make sure you're ready to face whatever hides at your journey's end before you go.
Alright, off we go.
Good, good.
So,
Now
what
go
did we
and
get?
help secure a future for both Thea and mankind. I will try to follow you in spirit and offer aid if possible, but for now, have my blessing.
Blessing of speech and attractiveness. Uh, if we decided to go for the quest immediately, this would make the social option that we should have there much easier. The fight would be probably really quite easy with these blessings. But I kind of want to fight during the last challenge. It's an interesting fight, and we could try it. We also got blessing of, or not blessing of speech, just +2 to speech for 2 our people that will be useful later. Against giants, I'll definitely prefer the social option every time we get it. And where's the cosmic tree? On the other side. Okay, well, as I said, we're gonna leave it for now. Let's get to the village. And what do we want to leave behind? Some wood, definitely. How much do we want to take with us? 30 is more than enough. All of this we'll leave behind. The mithril. How's this thing called? Obsidian. The bone. Here's all the food. Spider silk, coal. A child is another resource. It's always when I think of it that the game is made, or that the children are considered a resource in this game. Okay, you don't need that armor. What else? All of this is equipped. Good. And what do we want to give to the expedition? All this food, I would say. Hopefully this is gonna get us back to movement 7, at least for a while. Fruit as well. Mushrooms. Seaweed. And how does it look like with the food? We have a ton. Maybe we can take those cooked greens as well. And what do we have here? Okay, the Dragon's Bane. That's something we definitely want to take. These monster choppers could actually be upgraded for some of our people. So let's take them as well. That's the best that we have right now, so let's equip it. And I hope you'll be able to get more access like the Dragon's Bane soon, because this thing is really overpowered. Okay, which of you guys have the weakest weapon? 14-8, 14-8. The funny thing is, if I replace these spears with the monster choppers, I'll actually reduce their damage. Because these axes don't have the poison part, and that's basically minus 16 damage when done properly. So this is not 22 damage. The way I'm using it, it usually means 30 damage plus the 7 damage that we do when we play the card. So this is like a 37 damage compared to 22. Maybe on the first glance this might seem like an upgrade, but those spears are way stronger. So I'll just replace this axe. You know what? We could give 1 axe to our witch. At least for now. Give her this one. still want to have some blunt damage. Still useful. 11. Okay, here, this definitely is an upgrade. And what about you? Here I probably want to have the defense. This is a really nice shield. How much weight would be safe here? This is 150. I don't know. I think I'll just stick to the shield. Have one character who can, who has at least some shielding. Same here. This is actually the highest shielding that we have. The sword is quite good, so let's stick with that. You have actually it's still 17-4. I think it's better than just 22. The will is not a combat stat because this is actually 17 plus 8 if used properly. I think this is just better. How heavy is that? This is a bit heavier, but we don't really care with her strength. You'll keep your one-handed axe. Anyone else? What about you? This would be an upgrade, and how heavy is it? But the problem is the medic is not strong enough. Once the blessing of strength disappears, you won't be able to carry the axe. And you have the spear. Okay, so we leave the second axe behind. I'll probably equip it to the people in the village. Maybe I should equip at least one right away. And I'll check what our options are in the village, maybe improve the gear a bit, but I'll do that off camera. I think we want to stay here. We only have one movement point left, so in case something happens in the village, we can handle it with the full group. And we have also finished the one-handed axe, and we got a level up, so let's check that. Armor, it's not bad. Some strength, why not? Traps, but everything is +1. I want to see +2 level ups. This is nice. Some medic, but I guess... Oh, that's the second medic she got. Still not enough, because only the highest medic skill counts. Some extra strength, but these are average at best. And in the village, yeah, double gathering, it's a bit too late for that. You are you a crafter or not? I see that she's a gatherer, but I just yeah, we are using her for crafting, so this is not bad. But again, not too impressed with these level ups. And I think this will be all for this part. We didn't do that much because we had to do the main quest, and it always takes a while to go through all that text. But we are in the village. We have the new axe equipped. I'll check off camera what we can do in the village. If we can craft some more strong two-handed axes. And in the next part, we're gonna leave. We probably start with the King's Quest and just work our way up. And we can also just do this part with the Cosmic Tree. There is one part that I forgot. We don't have to do it, but just for those of you guys who don't play the game, just watch the Let's Play. I'll do this so you know this part of the story. It adds some more lore to the game. Okay, so we have some kind of plan for the next part. Well, it seems to be fine. I still thinking about the undead. They're more like annoying than really dangerous, so just gonna let them be and focus really on this side of the map. But we'll do that in the next part. I hope you like this one. Join me for the next part again, and until then, have a good time. Bye bye.